What's up? Monday Night Live, babies. Cinderella, find yourself another fella. The clock strikes midnight, and you're on the clock, bitch. What up, ACDC? It's cold in LA. I don't want his chop. Someone sent me a great clip of me doing Buffalo Bill from back in the day at the Comedy Store, and I almost posted it, but you can see my pee-pee very briefly, so I didn't want to get my channel nuked. I'm assuming if you show your weenie, even for a second, you get your channel nuked. We don't do all caps in here, poop. I don't care what you say, but the all caps is reserved for one person, an OG fan, Peter the Chicken Man Brennan. Yes, I have been on the... Red Bar did a show last night. I hope I was mentioned. Someone said I was mentioned in a recent Red Bar show. That scared the you-know-what. Thank you, Gavin House. Well, I'd rather get promotion like that than super chats. Now, most people probably want the money, honey. I just want better numbers on these streams. Oh, don't worry about it, Kip. So thank you, Gavin. See, that's, the fans really, people ask how they can help me. If they cannot be financially, rewarding to me, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I don't want you to spam me on other streams, I respect other people's streams. But, that helps. Anything helps. I was telling a friend today, he's like, Earl, everyone loves you. And I said, well, we'll call him GC. We'll call him GC. I said, I've got to figure out a way to have all these people who love me to help me. I think Lois threw up in here somewhere. No, it's not on the bottom of my shoes. Let me check the other shoe. No. I took, hello! I took Lois for about a 2-hour walk. If Flat Cat comes back. Yeah, Flat Cat's cool. I mean, well, I'm not married, Mandingo. I almost was married. But if you're an OG fan of the show, which I don't think you are, that did not work out. I am a fan of NLO. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I say I don't talk about the Dabbleverse, it doesn't mean I'm not a fan. I watch that stuff probably as much as you guys do. I just don't like talking about it, because I feel there are many others who do talk about it who are just, better. And I'm really more awake and creative in the nighttime hours. So by the time I stream, it's been beat to death, by 8:58 p.m. PST time. I don't think I have much to add to Steel Toe or Stuttering John or whatever. So, we just talk about... see, I don't know who Franklin Sheckler is. I've heard the name just because people... What up, Queen On? People spur snake in the house. We got some OGs. But I really don't. A closet... well, I'm pretty open about it. Um, but I just don't like talking about it. I'd probably, make a shit ton more money and have a lot more people, um, a lot more. Yeah, I mean AC/DC. I don't want to talk about steel toes dick. Like, but I understand why that probably got melting big numbers and super chats or whatever. I'd rather do a stream to 18 people and I mean, I did like the Cena heel turn, but it's nowhere near what the Hogan NWO heel turn was. I mean, people will forget about this as soon as WrestleMania is over. People still talk about the Hogan heel turn, and what was that? 28 years ago, 96. So that would be 28 years ago. In 28 years from now, no one's going to be talking about John Cena going heel. I mean, it was a big deal. It certainly was popular. I mean, people were talking about it, but I just don't think that it's nowhere near. I mean, people were crying. The white guy in the white ECW shirt in the front row when Hogan turned heel was crying, man. Papa Shango, man, he never. I don't think the Ultimate Warrior ever recovered from when Papa Shango put the hex on him. What up, Daryl? Daryl. I don't know how to say some names in here. Stephen, my beloved LA Kings just lost again to the worst team in the league. Trade deadline got to be busy this week, boys and girl. Have to say for the win, so Earl doesn't confuse it with F the world. All good, all good. FTW. Um, I'm not in the greatest mood. That's three straight losses. Uh, I mean, Papa Shango, didn't he become the Godfather? I met the Godfather at the Ric Flair roast. He was a very nice guy. Uh, well, don't get me wrong. It was a big, it was well done. I love The Rock as a heel. Um, so, Stefan, I was just about to hope that you came in here. I mean, I don't know what they do now. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing Pat Falloon. Let's get Pat Falloon back in the game. Maroon. I wouldn't mind taking him. I love Trevor Lewis, but man, it might be time to pull the plug on that. Um, I mean, I don't know what they do, to be honest with you. Yeah, but the problem, Queen on, is you don't. I mean, some of those cheers were piped in for Hogan. You could tell. Like, I know fake crowd noise when I hear it. But we'll see. I mean, good for Cody Rhodes. I mean, he was down and out in AEW, a company he helped start, and now he's at the top of the food chain. So I'm rooting for Cody Rhodes. But yeah, I mean, it's for those of you knowing what me and Stefan are talking about. We're talking NHL trade deadline. That is at Friday morning. I think at 10 a.m. Eastern time it starts, and I believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern time it ends. So we'll do a trade deadline stream. So what up, Garcia? I'm not sure what that means. Uh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Spencer and I played a hell of a game. And I'm rooting for him because he had mental issues, and he fought through them. I don't know what the Kings do. I mean, Jano has been very underwhelming. I mean, he's a marginal third line, fourth line guy, so he's not the reason they're not doing great. But I mean, Turcotte seems like he's hit the wall. Moore looked a little off tonight. So, um, I mean, there must be something with Fagimo. I always want to call him Fagamo, but I've heard him called that. So, um, oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Garcia. I get it. Um, there must be something we don't see behind the scenes with him because there's no way he shouldn't have gotten a shot this year with the Kings having trouble scoring. That's all this guy does is score. Um, that maybe he's lazy defensively or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Nashville kind of gave up on him too. So maybe he's just one of those guys who's just good at scoring in the AHL and not in the NHL. Gina, well, we got the hat trick mod night. Yeah, early night for me. Just seeing how it goes. You too, Garcia. Thanks for checking in. Um, Always a good night when the three mods are here. And Flat Cat might be the fourth mod on those super late night streams. Yes, it's a very rare hat trick mod. Good to see Zoom and Gina back in the game. Uh, yeah, I saw that ACDC. I mean, I didn't see it, but I saw a post where someone was talking about that. Yeah, but it's just weird how I mean, I guess they couldn't put him down in the minors again. So the Kings reclaimed him, but I don't know. There's just something I sat next to Fagimo, whatever it's called, at the Kings rookie tournament, and he's got an interesting body. Like he's lanky. He's not like muscle bound, but he's not skinny, but he's not like muscular. Got a great body, like NHL body, but I'm assuming he's not going to be the answer. So, I mean, when you look at cheap options, this is behind me, baby doll. This is behind me. Um, so, Donato in Chicago. I mean, Falloon would be a cheap option. Gavin House, $5. Enjoy your night, or else CC asking questions, so can't gift memberships. I'll sleep now. Thank you for the promotion, Gavin House. I should super chat you 5 hooves. Um, Thank you very much. There might be a ghost behind me. It's probably the voice of this guy. EA Sports. It's in the game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I try and be a realistic hockey fan. I personally don't think it's worth it to go after Rantanen and give up assets. I just don't. Shalom, shalom. What up, J-Ma? We're talking a little bit of LA Kings hockey right now, but we can also talk anything you want. Kip Smith gifting 1 membership. So whoever is the beneficiary of Kip Smith, I see it's the other moderator, Gina Babino. Like, we all giving here. We all giving here. This is what I love about my stream. I mean, I don't like all the trolls that come with the new listeners, but do you think Cody goes over Cena? I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't follow WWE, and I'm sure that, there's still some bitterness to Cody from WWE about starting AEW. Trust me, WWE notices. So I don't know. I mean, there's really not a reason to put Cena over. I would think on paper it makes sense to put Cody. I mean, Cody's over, but to have Cody take it. But in terms of Marchand, that's an interesting one. Would I give up this year's first for him? I probably would. I mean, it would look really good to see Kempe, Kopitar, and Marchand. And then you could put, I'm assuming in the playoffs, you're going to go 12-6. You could put Turcotte on the fourth line with Lewis and Janot, or if they get a guy like Maroon, I mean, you know, I don't know what's going on with Brant Clark. It's got to be something behind the scenes we're not seeing. It's going to be, yeah. I mean, my stream's pretty good. I mean, I get trolled about you're ugly, you're not funny, but I can deal with that. Um, I mean, I was a big fan of Janot in Tampa, Nashville, but he just, I don't know, man. You think with a contract year, he'd be playing his ass off, but he's been disappointing. Um, and I like him, but he's not really doing much. Um, I mean, I don't think Lee or Hellenius are the answer either. I mean, Thomas seems to, I don't know, find his way in the doghouse with Hiller. So, I would say if I had a wish of and the Kings just don't have a lot to deal. They got this year's first. Yes, Sam Tripoli. I highly recommend Sam if you like edgy comedy. They're kind of in that situation when they need to add without subtracting. It's like when they signed Kovalchuk, and I realized that didn't work out that good. I mean, I don't think he was that bad, especially his first year, where he was fourth on the team in goals, but like 16th in playing time. Um, you know, you I know there was a rumored trade of Velarde and Pearson for Pacioretty, but you're giving up what you're getting back. So I think in terms of goal scoring, the Kings can't really give up that much on their main roster. You're not going to trade Fiala. You're not going to trade Kempe. So those are your two most consistent goal scorers. So I guess you could maybe throw more in a package, but listen, he had a bad year and he's still like third on the team in goals. So that's not a good sign. I mean, in terms of realistic tradable commodities, you've got, Clark and Greentree in the first. But I don't think the Kings are just one player away, you know. And then you could take a swing at Rantanen or Bozer in the offseason, because they're free agents. Yeah, I mean, Tripoli, he's a bit of an Alex Stein type, Uh, he's a Jesse Lee Peterson, he trolls. I knew 2 minutes into my interview with Jesse Lee Peterson, I'm like, oh, this guy's a troll. So, well, I mean, but I don't know I agree. I'm not saying I want them to be traded. I'm just saying, you've got to give to get. So if you're going to make the trade did he really go to Red Bar's apartment? Oh, that's right, because Red Bar's in Phoenix, right? Um, if you want, say, to go all in and make a trade for Rantanen, you're going to have to give up one, if not two of those. Clark in a first, more Clark in a first, or something along those lines. Um, Big Save Dave is not doing well the last 8 games. I think he's 2-4-2. So, and it's got to be the right fit. It's like everyone says trade Moore and Spence to Buffalo for Tuck or Tuck. But who's to say Buffalo wants those guys? So I don't know. Well, it depends what we get back. I mean, would I love to see a line of Kempe, Kopitar, and Rantanen? Fuck yeah. But Rantanen hasn't really lit it up in Carolina, to be frank. And this guy wants $13, $14 million for the next 7 years. I don't know, man. And Marchand, the good thing about trading for Marchand is you know Edmonton's going to make a play for him. So, you're kind of it's a block trade too, like you're blocking them from getting him or Vegas. I mean, they got to do something, man, because that team I saw tonight, they are going to get crunched in the playoffs if they even make it. Oh, I don't know much about Ian, so yeah, I mean, I mean, that would be I mean, I'm trying to think what Boston wants. I mean, Boston's got to do a slow rebuild, kind of like the Rangers did. You rebuild on the fly. I mean, I would trade this year's first for Marchand. Absolutely, he's just what you need in the playoffs. And to teach the younger kids on the team, the Laferrières, the Turcottes, and all the other young players, how to fucking win at all costs. And is he a dirty player? Sometimes, but the Kings, listen, the NHL, the tough guys are dinosaurs. Rempe, England, Tom Wilson, and that's about it. And Didier on Columbus. Um, but who's to say Marchand wants to come here? Like, um, but it'd be nice to get him, and then you don't give up anything off the roster, and then you could get Marchand, and then you still have more in Spence to play with. In terms of a tuck or something. Um, so as easy as mantequilla and a hot tortilla. No tortilla for you, Al. I don't know what that means, Bumba. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of miles on that body, so that's why I wouldn't. I mean, I'd rather give up. And once again, I'm just an idiot fan, Stefan. I'd rather give up a second and a third for him versus the first, but Boston's going to want. Oh, is it? Um, so I don't know. I mean, it's gonna. I mean, Blake has to do something, and he's probably gun shy after the initial Dubois trade, but I don't know. I mean, I hope they don't trade Clark. With each passing day, scratching him in three straight games, that's going to kill this kid's confidence. Um, but yeah, 100% or Bozer, um, and you've got to build on what you have. You can't, and I don't think under any circumstance they would trade Byfield. But listen, Gretzky was traded twice, Messier was traded once. Um, the only way I would trade Byfield is for Kachuk. It seems like Ottawa's. I don't think they're sellers, but you know Kachuk is a great player. Um, what colleges? I mean, that's a tough one. There's throughout the years, University of Denver's had some great players. I mean, Boston College, University of Michigan. Um, Oh, I'm sure they do want Rantanen to test the market. I just don't think he's a 13 to 14 million dollar a year player, man. Marner as well. I mean, you know, Marner doesn't really score a lot on his own. It's feeding the puck to Matthews and Nylander. So I'm going to assume. I mean, I won't say the Kings aren't going to re-sign Janot, but I mean, he is the only physical forward on the team. And now with England gone, he's pretty much the only physical player on the team. I mean, I think in the playoffs, might show his value. Um, um, the Skank Meyer should be traded to somewhere where he tells jokes. I don't know what. This isn't a comedy stream. I'm not doing free jokes. You want to see jokes? Pay and see me. Um, well, I think junior hockey prepares you for the pros. I think college hockey, um, you know, I don't know if it necessarily is the best training ground for NHL players, um, especially like the Quebec League is my favorite league to get draft picks from because it's a more pro-friendly game. And I mean the OHL. I mean really all three leagues, the WHL too. If I could rate the leagues in terms of NHL prospects, what up, Ross? I would say the Q, the O, and then the Western Hockey League. Um, but I mean, you got to look at a bad team like the Flyers. Is there anyone on there that be a cheap, low cost alternative to the Rantanen deal? Do Asians play hockey? I mean, Barry Beck, who is my favorite player of all time, he teaches uh, hockey in China, so they do play hockey. Um, well, do or die. If you don't think I'm funny, respectfully, I respect that, but leave the stream. Like, if you don't, here's what I don't understand about you guys who come in here and say, I don't think you're funny. Why are you here? If I turn on the channel right now and there's a show on I don't like, I turn the channel. Um, I don't know. The game I watched tonight, the Kings ain't beating anybody. I mean, they literally just lost to the worst team in the league. And what was the final score? 4-1, 5-1? It wasn't that close. So, hello. So, I mean, this week's going to be crazy. I think most of the big deals are going to be before Friday. Yeah, 5-1. I mean, I realized the last goal was an empty netter. Oh, maybe. No, I mean, I respect people who say, I don't think you're funny or be funny, but then I don't understand why you're here. I just, it's mind boggling. I mean, I know it's the internet and it's trolls and I get it, but like, um, I don't think China would make it in the Olympics. You do have to beat some teams. I mean, I think Belarus has a hockey team. Slovenia, where Kopitar is from, they have a hockey team. Because in the Olympics, I think it's like 8 to 12 teams. So there are some teams, like Latvia has a hockey team. Um, yeah, I mean, you got to figure the teams that are in on Ranton and the Kings. Vegas is always up to something. Edmonton. I mean, I don't know how they could fit him in, but I mean, there's a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. In terms of other players or other teams, I mean, I don't know. I mean, does he want to win or does he want the most money? I mean, if he doesn't really want to win and just wants money, Chicago would be a great fit. They're probably could afford him. I don't think too many Canadian teams could afford him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Rangers always seem to be in on these high dollar free agents. I mean, Tampa has a pretty good cap manipulation tactic. Um, I mean, Seattle probably has cap space. They don't really have any big budget players. Utah, if it doesn't seem to have like too many high dollar players. Um, so, you know, I don't know. I mean, who could the Kings get? Maybe a guy like Kadri. If Calgary falls out of it, he'd be a cheaper alternative to Marchand. Probably San Francisco, to be honest with you. Night Moose. I mean, I did the Comedy Central Festival Cluster Fest, and it was awful. Yeah, I mean, but I love the Dodgers. Like, I'm an Angel fan. We suck, but the Dodgers, they go for it. They don't break the rules. They're playing by the rules. They're signing everyone they can. I mean, do I think it's fair necessarily? Not really. I mean, I don't think it's fair if one team can just outbid everyone, but it's the rules. So I mean, every team could do it. So I mean, well, no, Frisco was by far and away the worst city. I mean, just yeah, I mean that's why there's probably not a team in Quebec City. I mean, the taxes in Montreal. When I did a television show, I did roast battle in Montreal. The taxes are crazy, and if you live in America but you play in Canada, like like if you're Austin Matthews, who I believe lives in America, but you kind of get double taxed. So what up? What up? 5 Minute Tourism. Always a fan to. Well, I mean, 26. Yeah, I mean, I don't think China would make the Olympics. Always. Okay, you can do it. I guess you can do a Diddy Tower, but just no N-word tower. Um, Always a pleasure to have people from Australia in the stream. No doubt about it. You guys love Diddy in the stream. I'm not sure what it is about him, but you guys really love him. Oh, Steve Smith, you got nailed. Sorry, man. William Zoom, don't fuck around. I got the best mods in the business. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I don't ask you for much. Do I? And thank you for the super chats. Always appreciated. I am drinking. I don't really listen to rap. I'm drinking Ghost. I don't think I'd be ever asked to host the Oscars. I like the Fat Boys. They had a good gimmick in the mid '80s. I mean, yes, all three were obese, but I did like the Fat Boys. The Fat Boys are back. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say Tyler the Creator, but I don't really listen to even his music. So, and the best thing about Tyler is I don't think he cares if I listen to his music or not. Um, Big Punisher like to eat. I don't know who Big Punisher is. I know the Human Beatbox was the first of the Fat Boys to die. Um, yeah, Cherry Celsius is good. But someone told me that he was about to be brought up on CP charges. So I don't know if that's true or not. It's kind of like the drummer from Judas Priest was accused of inappropriate touching of a minor, but then the kid kind of walked it back, and then the drummer died. Yes, the Fat Boys were in the pilot for Miami Vice. I remember that scene. I mean, that's the halcyon days of television for me. I mean, what a great night Friday night was. Miami Vice on NBC and Dallas on Channel 2. So ABC was, I mean, that's when Friday night was like the night to get a show on television. But then now it's like the kiss of death if you have a show on Friday night. Yeah, 100% research. Fuck yeah. Pete Townsend, good old Pete Townsend. How does one go about getting on the dark web? Do you just type in dark web? I mean, do you have to know the sites? I mean, I'm almost curious to go into the dark web just to see what's out there, but then I don't want that stuff on my computer. Yeah, that's going to be next. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not going to install a program. I mean, I believe the singer from Judas Priest has long been suspected of doing something he shouldn't have done to Janie Lane, the singer of Warrant. Back in the day. Now, when I had his ex-wife on, Bobby Brown, on the Inappropriate Earl podcast, when I brought up Judas Priest, she had a very unfavorable reaction. And I believe she said in an interview that in the mid to late 80s, a very famous singer, along with a manager type, basically, I don't know if I can say the R word on here, but raped Janie Lane, and he never got over it. So, people speculated about it might have been Rob Halford, might have been the singer from Kiss, it might have been a couple other known singers, but most people kind of honed in on the timeline of when Judas Priest and Warrant were in LA around the same time, and it checked. I mean, I'm sure Kiss was in town too, but it kind of, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people think it was the singer from Judas Priest, but who knows? I mean, how the hell are you going to prove something that happened 38 years ago? Like, there's no cell phones back then, or very few. Like these mobile cell phones, there's no, certainly the paparazzi wasn't really as big as it is now. I mean, I walked by the Ivy the other day, and they're across the street from the Ivy. The Ivy's a really nice restaurant on Robertson, right down the street from me, and the paparazzi hangs out in the bushes across the street. And I saw one of them I knew, my friend Melanie, who works for TMZ. I'm like, hey, who are you trying to shoot over there? Like, oh, David Charvet from Baywatch is eating. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he would let you take his picture right now. He'd probably invite you for a dessert. It's been a minute, if you know what I'm saying. Um, yeah, I mean, when you think of singers who are known to either be bi or out and out gay, I mean, there's Rob Halford. There's a lot of people think Paul Stanley goes both ways. David Lee Roth. Who knows? It could be. I mean, I don't really know any other singers who were kind of. I mean, I know the original singer from King Cobra, is trans. Now he's a woman. Mark Free is now Marcy Free. You know, Earl, did you get my email? I did. I did. We'll talk. I'll email you back tonight. I can't imagine working as a paparazzi. I mean, it's a horrible job. You basically got to work in the shadows, and like there's a restaurant down the street from me called Craig's, and the old maitre d' from Dantana's, I guess he had a falling out with someone at Dantana's. He's like, fuck you guys, I'll just open up my own restaurant right down the street. There's paparazzi there all the time. Um, yeah, but I don't think George Michael was in the metal Sunset Strip world. I don't think Gene Simmons, I think he likes women. I mean, I don't know. They made it seem like it was a big, big singer from back in the day. I love that song "Never Say Die" by King Cobra off the Iron Eagle soundtrack, starring Jason Gedrick and Comedy Store paid regular Tim Thomerson. Yes, 100%. That is a Sting mask. Never say die, Iron Eagle. Never look back, never say die. And of course, that's a great video with Academy Award winner Lou Gossett Jr. He called his manager going, "What the fuck?" Um, no, the dog is sleeping right now. So, are you a fan of Ministry? Not really, to be honest with you. They're just a little too hardcore for me. So, I wasn't yeah, slap that like button, please. But I don't, hate on them. I just, they're not for me. Um, well, Jesus built all of our hot rods. Oh, thank you, Silent. You like what you like. I want to be entertained when I listen to music or whatnot. So I just don't, Ministry, Slayer, they're just a little too hardcore for my taste. So, what's the story of what song? Uh, yeah, the Rat videos were classic. Easy E, yes. I mean, Easy E, he was a good businessman. Um, But I mean, like anything's hardcore to me. Like when you like Poison, Rat, Bon Jovi, Cinderella, Def Leppard, Britney Fox, Jackal, and even Wild Side was a band that kind of just got too late to the party, but they were good as well. Then Ministry is going to be pretty hardcore for me. Um, so Zebra, that's a deep cut. And then what other? I mean, Shark Island was one of the great LA bands, especially when they were called the Sharks. I mean, that's, we talk about actors who never made it or should have been bigger or whatever. Um, yeah, thank you, Scott. We're going to go about another 15 minutes here and wrap it up. Um, I think my favorite Wild Side song was Looks Like Love. But Shark Island should have been a bigger band. They were like the Michael Pare of '80s LA '80s bands. I mean, they sold out everywhere they played. The Whiskey, the Roxy, the Troubadour, and they just never quite really hit. And their major label release, I think, was like '89 or '90, and by then it was just a little too late. And I think they wrote a song with Paul Stanley. Just Another Night, maybe. Was that? I mean, the Village People had a nice run, man. I mean, people kind of poo-poo on them, but they were the biggest band in the world for like a year or so. They had that streak of In the Navy, Macho Man, and YMCA. I mean, they had a run, and then they did that movie with Bruce Jenner and Valerie Perrine, Can't Stop the Music. That was just an unmitigated bomb. Um, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, William? Like Shark Island, it's rumored that Axl Rose stole most of his stage ideas from the singer Richard Black. So when Shark Island played the Whiskey, I don't know, about 2 years ago, I went, and I tell you, he did. Like you can still see the Axl moves, which I guess were Richard Black's moves originally. Um, so yeah, I'm not a big Richard Christie fan. Um, uh, I mean, yeah, Michael Pare, I just well, there's two singers, Victor Willis, and then I forget the other singer's name, but um, I mean, the Village People had a nice run. Yeah, well, maybe we'll do a State of the Union stream tomorrow. Um, yeah, Randy Oden. But you could definitely. Now, there's rumors that someone, I forget who it was, said they walked in to Axl Rose's apartment in LA in the mid '80s, and he was watching Shark Island videos. Back, I think, when they were called the Sharks, but I mean, they were huge in LA. Um, Gazzari's, the Whiskey, Roxy, Troubadour, they sold out everywhere. And then, I don't know, I think some guys left and whatnot. I mean, the drummer had a great drum kit. The bass drum was a shark head. And Richard Black, even 2 years ago, was like, okay, this guy's a pretty good front man. Seemed a little bitter. I mean, I remember once he told me, I can't do your podcast because you're not big enough. And then he did someone's podcast who at the time I got better numbers than. So I was like, what? Um, so um, I don't know. I mean, they're probably the best what if band out of the LA scene that should have been bigger. It's just weird how some bands made it. You know how many bands looked and sounded like Poison? Like a ton. But Poison made it and they didn't. It's just a lot of bands. I can't say a lot of bands sounded like Rat, especially with Piercy on vocals. But why did Rat pop and this band didn't? It's just like Cinderella pop. This band didn't. Why did Cinderella pop and Britney Fox kind of struggled? That when they sound literally, I mean, Britney Fox was called Diet Cinderella, so. It's the music scene in the '80s is a very interesting. Why some bands hit and some didn't, and then when grunge hit, most of those bands just scattered, and it just probably all have real jobs now. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know very much about ministry. I think I met the guy Al. Was it Al Jorgensen at a party once? Everyone seemed to be freaked out. Oh my God, the singer from Ministry's here. I'm like, hey man, peace. So, and people would come up to me after he left. Do you know who you were just talking to? I'm like, yeah, some guy named Al. But I'm sure he told his buddies, do you know who you were talking to? Yeah, some guy named Earl. So, when I say I didn't know who he was, it's not like I'm saying I'm the most known person on planet Earth either. I mean, I'm doing a stream right now to 20 people. Although I did play Big Al in the roast of Popeye, and I killed it. I was so nervous during that roast. The roast for Popeye was at some warehouse in like the ghetto, man. I mean, I was the only white guy in the room. It was all Mexican gang members. And I didn't prepare one joke. I just got up there and winged it. And I think it's on tape. But I would love to get that on YouTube. So, no tortilla. You bet cash, you lose cash, you pay cash, Pentmobile. Why didn't you take it out on trade on Tinkerbell? You always liked Tinkerbell. It's pretty funny, to be honest with you. I mean, Popeye was fucking hilarious. We're all shitting on him for not working for 30 years. And, hold on. Let me see if I can find the picture he signed for me. It's worth it. Hold on. Hey, here's a goodbye letter from someone. I should read this. Here's a cool, the bad guy from Cobra. Only the strong survive. Hold on. What's that? Nikita Koloff. To Earl. Be a champion. Fuck yeah. Oh, sorry about that, boys. I do have a lot of hockey trophies, Articulate John. I can show you some of those. Let me turn the lights back on. Another leading scoring trophy, another leading scoring trophy, another leading scoring trophy, another leading scoring trophy. I've got about 40 of these. That's just 1, 2, 3. That's 5 leading scoring trophies. You don't even want to see where the other ones were. 3 straight fantasy football award trophies. That's about it. Here's my podcast setup. Over the top, bitch. There's Lois just chilling. Everyone loves a good Lois sighting. She's just chilling right now in her doggy bed. Just chilling. The medal on the wall? Oh, that is actually that is Annie's paw print. Annie was a big fucking dog. You can see it, just the size of that paw print. Let's see, what else do we have here? Nothing really that great. Let me see. Yeah, no other trophies, to be honest with you. Buster Douglas boxing glove right there. Fuck yeah. Let's see. There's me and my cousin at our wedding. Look at that fucking jawline. Fuck yeah. I got like a Sergeant Slaughter hairline. And that's about it. Nothing that cool to show you guys. Yes, Buster, you know, she isn't married, to be honest with you. The CDs, yes. I mean, I have a lot of CDs, no doubt about that. I really want to find that Popeye. Let's do a mystery. We'll do this. Let me turn the light on again. I like to be different. Got some vinyl here. Little Night Ranger there. Judas Priest. Killers. It's my friend, Taya Valkyrie. To my favorite comic. Fuck yeah. The great Taya Valkyrie. Let's give this some better play here. What the fuck? Fuck yeah. The sideburns, the hair. It's no fucking joke. Fuck yeah. All right, let's see. I really want to find... Hold on here. Let's see what's in these things. I know I got some... This is maybe the scoring sheet. You can't really see it anymore. But I had 8 points in this game. Dominating. Let's see what's in here. Oh, here we go. Here's where it's at. I was looking for this. I got this. Here we go. To Big Earl the Jew. Come and get me some chon chon from Popeye. What do I tell my parole officer now? Tell him to suck his pee-pee. So let's put this back. This means a lot to me. This all-time, that was, let's put this back. Hold on here. There we go. There's my Lex Luger doll right there. There's my devil doll right there. And of course, the great Abdullah the Butcher right here. The ultimate warrior. Talk to me, warriors. I will. Now, you guys wonder why I have the purple glare in my glasses. This is what is opposite of my stream when I'm not streaming. Yes, you guys are getting. I mean, I don't know if those are rare collectibles, but they mean a lot to me. So, just a minute, Your Majesty. This ain't the joint with 3 hots and a cot. You got any Iron Sheik stuff? I do. When we did the roast of the Iron Sheik, we all got a free T-shirt. The Camel Clutch. What up? She's a slot mess. Crisp. Yes, I have a Chris Benoit Bowflex machine. It's got some weird blood stains on it. Yes, R.I.P. David Johansen. R.I.P. Gene Hackman. R.I.P. Gene Hackman's dog. R.I.P. Gene Hackman's wife. I mean, that was a 3-for-1 deal. Let me see what I have down here. I do have some memorabilia. Let's see here. Let's see what I have here. Actually, I have a Roger Capps. This is a Pat Benatar album, but Roger Capps, the original bass player, signed that for me. I have a Steve Stevens sticker Steve sent me. And that's about it. Anything New Jack? No, I don't have any New Jack stuff. Yeah, they're not dolls, they're action figures. The New York action figures. I'm trying to think what else. That's about, the only cool things I have in here. I mean, of course, you guys have seen the jelly. This is actually a cool thing. My friend Tal Wilkenfeld. Her Australian accent is so thick that when she says my name, it sounds like she's saying, oh. So she signed it to Earl. Very extremely talented bass player. Played bass with Jeff Beck and whatnot. No, that soda can will never be on that soda can will never be opened. It means a lot to me. Although I am curious what a soda that's been 10 years in the bottle tastes like. It probably tastes pretty good. No really Van Halen collectibles. Let me see. I'll show you guys some of my collectibles while Lois is sleeping. So we've got a framed Vince Neil tour poster, Japanese release. We've got a autographed Jack Lambert. Her hair is unbelievable. We've got a signed Kiss CD by all 4 original members. We've got an OG Kiss Revenge. No one signed it, but the Revenge era. So you guys know the Jaromir Jagr poster. Mark St. John, a very rare Mark St. John frame. Look at how good she's just sleeping like a fucking angel. We've got, obviously, my jellies poster that someone from my past gave me, a very cool birthday present. It's an oil painting of the jellies. I mean, that had to cost a pretty penny, to be frank. We have a game-worn or game-used Arthur's Kaliev Los Angeles King stick. Look at that tape job. You will never see a tape job like that. Let me see. Here's a picture of me and Triple H back in the day, and Lemmy. Then a picture of me and Stephen Piercy, our first time meeting. Let's see here. This is pretty cool. Now, this is a picture of my mom and a giant Great Dane. And that was my dad's, let me get this in the light. That was my dad's best friend. He was a World War II fighter pilot. But, let me see where I can do this. Inside this box is when I was at the Century City Mall. Hold on here. And my friend was with me. My friend worked at DreamWorks. And we saw Gene Simmons. And Gene Simmons signed my friend's DreamWorks card. So that goes in a special place. Right there. Take you upstairs in a second before we end the stream. Hit the like and subscribe button. I doubt many people would be giving you, here's a Jelly's Frisbee. Thank you very much. Let me take my my shoes off. They are dirty. All right, here's a picture of my first 3 dogs. That is, let me see, that's Mickey, Maddie, and Freddie, my very first 3 dogs. Here's a Ozzy Osbourne frame picture. Ultimate Warrior. Earl, always believe. Ultimate Warrior. Fuck yeah. Kind of a rare Kiss Crazy Nights when the Anthrax opened up for them. Ace Frehley. What up, Wizzy? Of course, the greatest fluke play in the history of the league. The what would you call this? The Immaculate Conception. Another Kiss. Crazy Nights. The great Bobby Hall. I know it's a little dark in here. Sorry, the lights are upstairs. You get the idea. Here's a picture of the band Union. There's Bruce Kulick, my friend Brent Fitz, John Corabi, the second singer in Motley Crue, and the madman Jamie Hunting. Maybe the greatest picture, maybe in all sports, when Bobby Orr scored the game-winning goal for the Stanley Cup. Let me turn the lights on. I know that we're going to get into some dark territory. Hold on, we're in the dark here. I'm going to shut the bathroom door here. All right, well, we can... yeah, see, I don't have a lot of light in here, so let's do this. We'll turn the light on here. Here we go. Autograph Lawrence Taylor thing. Sandman the wrestler. Earl Campbell. Sports Illustrated framed autograph picture. Another Union poster. There's a homage to the Steel Curtain. Ace Frehley, like a solo album, not autographed, just framed. Here's a practice drum pad from Mickey D from Motorhead. Now we can't let you in. This is maybe the most secretive room in all of the world. I cannot let you in the door. This door is maybe home to the largest sports memorabilia collection in the world. Nobody has ever seen the insides of this room. I'll give you a little. That's all you get. Now, it's an autographed Peter Criss album cover. Switek from Miami Vice. Ozzy Osbourne. Another Switek from Miami Vice. Vinnie Vincent. Who is that? Tim Hunter, the hockey player. Funny story about this one is Tim Hunter played on the Calgary Flames. And, actually, I can, sorry, the bed's a mess right now. Tim Hunter played on the Calgary Flames, and he had a fucking gigantic nose. Just Google Tim Hunter's nose. And I got some shoes here. Don't worry about that. And so one time I'm at this surf store in the mall at Westside Pavilion, and Tim Hunter was in there. Now, I'll assume he was buying something for his kids back home. I'm assuming they don't have surf stores in Calgary. And the little surfer kid behind the counter looks at Tim Hunter and goes, we were in line together. He goes, "Bro, what the fuck happened to your nose?" And Tim Hunter looks at me and goes, "You want to tell him I said Gord Donnelly off the draw in Quebec City, bitch?" All right. So here we go. Here's the Indian from Predator. Fuck Calgary, I guess. So Ron Jeremy framed picture, gross. Yeah, I mean, but it was just funny to have the surfer kid have no fear of Tim Hunter. She's a slot mess. Thank you for the behind the scenes. Have a good night. Thank you. She's a slot mess. I'll give you the finger gun. Boing, 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 boing. Now here's let me do this here. Lois has 3 dog beds, 1, 2, and 3. There are my last 4 dogs' deceased ashes right there. So here's the deal with this picture. This picture, when my parents died, me and my brothers and sisters, we got along very well. So we all went through the house and picked what we wanted. Now, I only wanted the pictures with horses in them. So this picture was right above my mom's bed. So my brothers and sisters were nice enough to let me have that. There's also that picture. We'll get a better look at that in a second. There's a framed Kiss Crazy Nights. Yes, for $500, you guys can sleep on Lois's dog bed. And then here's an autographed Joey Koser, Joey Kong Koser. Jersey with Brendan Shanahan's autograph on it. Mickey Redmond. Scotty Bowman. I mean, this might be one of the more valuable things in my house. I think there's like 4 Hall of Fame autographs on this. So, of course, this is a cool thing. Here's a kind of a rare bit of memorabilia if you're a Kiss fan. There's a Vinnie Vincent autograph CD. And right here is maybe the rarest of rare if you're a Kiss fan. To Earl from Mark St. John, an autograph of the Animalize album. Here is a Spider-Man artwork, I guess you'd call it. Some Kiss artwork. My friend Jason Payne in a hockey fight. A Springsteen, very old, born in the USA, framed picture. Willie Shoemaker, the horse jockey. Don't worry about it, Wet Shark. Here's once again, a horse ticket from Strike the Goal, Kentucky Derby. There's my dad right there when he was a little older. That's his brother. Another painting of a horse. Here's a finger painting I did. 1972. Fuck yeah. Rod Gilbert autograph. To Earl. Shoot to score your goals. Fuck yeah. Wayne Gretzky autograph puck. Joey Koser, another Joey Koser autograph. Now here's some cool shit, some leather jackets, just some of the leather jackets I have. Here is a trifold. There's the first picture, Kamala To Earl, my favorite comic. A picture of the Ultimate Warrior and Kamala. Rest in peace. Another, look how happy he looks there. And yes, 100% I was the Hunter Biden of preschool. And then here's a To Earl, That's Not Funny from Lemmy of Motorhead. Tour. Here is Guy Lafleur. Now here's a picture of my dad on the whale he killed. That's the whale that the jawbones were at the side of the pool. As you can see, the whale's tail is right there. And probably the head of the whale is somewhere over here. So that was a big fucking whale. And my dad was surfing on it. Doesn't he kind of look like me a little bit? A little bit. So, here's a picture of my friend Jason Payne fighting. And here's the picture that I took. So, all right, that concludes the upstairs tour. Let me put Lois's dog bed. A fan sent me this. As you can see, it says Annie and Lois. Here's a nice picture of, yeah, there we go, David Lee Roth. And I forgot to show you also an autographed picture of Jack Ham. And the most valuable room. So I'll just give you a little bit of a look. Let's say go back into the darkness. See if you can get this picture again. I mean, that is the Kiss picture. And then here's some, forgot this shit up here, some Donald Brashear gloves, a couple signed baseballs. Here's one. To Earl. Now that's Ken Griffey Sr. Thank you very much. Ken Griffey Sr. And then a Donald Brashear helmet up there. Let's see. pair of Serge Robert's minor league legends gloves, pair of Jay Caulfield's elbow pads. Jay Caulfield, legendary fighter, of course. The crazy thing about Jay Caulfield, he was about 6'5", 230, and he literally like started skating at 15, but he was so fucking big that he was a tough guy. So, that concludes the Earl Skakel home tour. Of course, some areas I could not show you out of privacy to Lois and I. Well, here's the thing. If you look up James Skakel Life magazine, you could probably read the article. Basically, Life magazine wanted to do an article on the last great American man. And they chose my father. So he was the cover story, and I think they took him down to a trip on the Azores or some weird fucking exotic location to basically record a hunt of a great whale. Thank you, Black and Blue, for the kind words. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a room that, or a condo that was heavily decorated by a man. So, I don't think too many women would be like, oh my God, this place is decorated amazing. But I like the way it is decorated, Probably could use a female touch. Now, this might be the most valuable thing in the house, and it is a Earl Skakel model 1-of-1 wrestling doll. So this will be going with me if my condo ever catches fire. Yes, thank you, William Zoom. Let's hit the like and subscribe button. Please, I don't ask you guys for much. I would like to build this stream into something special. And I'm just trying to look around, see if I have anything. You guys have seen the Comedy Store record player. Of course, let's give some love to Annie, the German Shepherd. Gone but never forgotten. Look how pretty that fucking dog was. So, bro, Earl, you such a dog. I F you. You heavy. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest with you. I can't show you the NHL hockey jersey room. Yes, my dad was, people ask me about my dad. I talk about my mom a lot, but I don't talk about my dad a tremendous amount. He was like I don't know how you would describe my dad. Now you have to be of a certain age to get these references, but he was kind of like a Jacques Cousteau meets MacGyver. Like, he was good at everything he did. Like, he was a scratch golfer. He was a self-taught golfer. And an absolute, businessman. He was drinking partners with Harry Nielsen. And let's just say this, Harry Nielsen drank with Alice Cooper back in the day. So, my dad he was friends with billionaires and prostitutes and golf caddies, and treated the prostitutes and golf caddies nicer than he did his billionaire friends. So I don't know what's going on with Adam Sandler. He probably did know Jacques Cousteau, to be honest with you. But if you want an insight into my father, I would absolutely read the Time. No, I'm sorry, Life magazine article. It's a fascinating. I'm not just saying it because it's my dad, but it is a fucking fascinating look inside the mind of an adventure man. I guess that's the best word to describe my dad. He was an adventure man. What up, MTBD? Yes, and he was a great tennis player. Like he was, you wouldn't think he was a great athlete because, you know, he didn't like his body was he was lanky but strong as an ox, very much like my brother Andrew. Like my brother Andrew is the most physically strong person I've ever met in my life, and he really wasn't a huge weightlifter. So, oh, you do, well, the Burns, we don't do Dabbleverse shit in here, so I don't know if I would say I take after my father. I mean, I think I do. What I do, I take a lot from my both of my parents. Like the generosity I take from my father. My dad would triple tip, even if the service was bad. My mom was, white trash with money from Cartersville, Georgia, but she basically was like, I treat everyone the same. We all shit out of the same hole. And she actually told me this when I was like 13 or something, like, Earl, be nice to everyone because there's always someone with a bigger dick in the room. And so I don't, black and blue. I was not born yet. James Conn was our neighbor. I don't know if they knew each other, but back then Bel Air was kind of a small community, so I would guess they probably played golf. Of course, my dad's biggest celebrity golfing friend was Johnny Bench, the catcher of the Reds. You got it. I don't know what PGH means, to be honest with you. And then, um, yeah, my mom did not have a big dong that I was aware of. But although my dad's best friend, this is going to mean nothing to you in terms of the name. His name was Bill Gleason, total piazza. But I didn't know that as a kid. So a couple years after my dad died, I met I met his best friend like for lunch or something, and it hit me. Oh man, he's a piazza. Um, yeah, the Burns. Now you're trolling. Don't talk about my dad like that, you son of a bitch. I'm trying to make this stream heartfelt, and you're doing bits. But this stream is so bad now that the streamers are bombing. Um, my dad didn't smoke weed; he was a drinker. But then he quit cold turkey. That was like another like weird thing about him. I mean, he could drink anyone under the table, Harry Nielsen included, and that's saying something. And then one day he just quit, like cold turkey. Didn't go to AA. Um, so yeah, he was a cigarette smoker. I think he got throat cancer and then beat it. Like, and this is back. I don't even think he did radiation. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm not dying." Um, my dad kind of was. He was just like, there's really no one like him around. I mean, I guess you'd say, I mean, obviously he's not as successful as Richard Branson, but like he was just a guy who was just good at everything he did, except for the one time he drilled for oil where there was no oil. So, I mean, to Burns, don't talk about my dad like you bought weed from him. Come on. Um, I mean, you got to understand, my parents are loved in this stream. Um, So yeah, I mean, some people can Burns. It's all good. We're just fucking around it here. The stream is coming to an end in a couple minutes. So, oh, do I have any connections in Pittsburgh? Not really. I mean, my dad was best friends with Art Rooney, so I'm sure if I wanted Steeler tickets, I could reach out to Art Rooney's kids and go, "Hey, my dad was Jim Skakel," and they would know who he was. They might not like be that impressed with saying, "Hey, my dad was Jim Skakel," but I could probably get some free ducats. Um, I mean, my dad was tough, man. He was just built. He was a gambler. He went to the races every day. I mean, my mom was, her family was in the thoroughbred racing industry. So, they were a very strange set of parents for sure. But, um, to those of you who still have your parents, cherish them, man, because there's not a day that's gone by since February of 1998 when my mom passed, and then 2 months later my dad passed, where I have not thought of them or wished that I could have 5 minutes to talk to them. So even if you don't get along with your parents, um, you know, make it right with them, because when they go, and there ain't no turning back. Like, I have friends of mine who, they don't like their parents, they had a falling out or whatever. And I always, I don't try and tell people how to live or whatever, but I can just tell you this much: when your parents are gone, they gone, and they don't come back. So, Jack Lambert is a game warden. Oh, really? That's funny. What a tough guy. I think the funniest Jack Lambert story I've ever heard was John Elway when he said it was his first game, I guess, was in Pittsburgh, and he's pretty nervous. And Steeler fans are kind of, they're known for being loud. And his first play from center, he looks out across at Jack Lambert, who's like shaking. He's like convulsing. He's so anxious to get at John Elway, and he's got drooling, and he's got like no front teeth. Um, oh yeah, that happened to my parents in '98. So it just, you know, I mean, I got along pretty well with both my parents. I mean, I probably spoke with my mom more than my dad, but I'm sorry to Burns and Kip Smith and Black and Blue. Uh oh, my TV just turned on. So that's probably a good time to end the stream. Although this has been a heartfelt stream, let me turn the TV off for a second. So this was a good stream tonight. We talked a little hockey. We talked a little about life. We did a little bit of everything. I mean, Lois really is an amazing dog. Uh-oh, message hell for review. Stefan, our dad, old as fuck. I don't know what that means. Orale bona fide. That's a mighty fine comb you got there. You should use it to brush one of your bitches. Um, my email? Okay, I will check my email. As soon as I get done with this stream, William, I will. And thank you for all the plugs, William Zoom, Kip Smith. I think Gina, the Babina, has left us. Yeah. Oh, Gina is here. So the hat trick mod is still here. Now you guys can leave this stream and you can go to listen about Ray DeVito and Chad and Anthony Cumia and Stuttering John. I mean, you can get back to normal viewing stuff. This is actually this is vintage hardwood floors. Let me just, I mean, they don't make this anymore. So, I mean, the only bad thing is I can't get any company to clean them because they want the furniture out, and that's just not an option. So actually, there's a few more cool pictures over here. And that is RoboCop. Someone asked me that. Is that RoboCop? Let me see here. There's I don't think you guys have ever seen this picture. Let me dust it off. Show it to you. Oh, thank you, Iris. Here's my brother Jimmy. And then Big Earl in the house. Hold on. There we go. You know, fucking, this is tan Earl. Look at that fucking jawline. And let me see what else we have here. That's, here's an interesting story. I don't talk about this dog too much. That is Bubba, named after Bubba Beck, the hockey player. I was home when she was born. Unfortunately, her mom, Sheba, had the babies. She had 3 brothers and Bubba, so 4 babies total. And they were born under the bed, and I was the only one home alone at the time. So I couldn't get to them till someone else came home, and we lifted up the bed. And all 4 babies were so small, they were put in a shoebox and taken to the vet. And Bubba was the only dog left alive. So Bubba lasted about 14 years. Now here's, let's see, hold on, it's hard to do this shit with one hand. Here's a very, let's get to a good, this is a good picture here. This is when I lived, this is the place I lived before I moved in here. When I had 3 dogs. That is Booka Boom. Do I have any pics of Roast Battle? Get the fuck out of here. That's Booka Boom, the Japanese Chen. There we go. Trying to stay in focus there. Mama the Maltese, the one in the middle. And Messier, the Lhasa Apso, one of the great tough dogs I've ever had. They all 3 loved each other. They ate out of the same bowl. That's a big fucking bowl of food. Trust me on that one. And Messier was not the friendliest dog in terms of and Mama just chilling while Messier was distracted. Mama said, "It's time to eat." Let's see. Look at Boogaboom, just chilling. Boogaboom was chilling. Of course, Lois knew Boogaboom when Boogaboom was 16. That's right around when I got. And there's a Big Mom in the house. Mama was, I have to say, up until Lois, probably my favorite dog I've ever had. Of course, this is the dog Tex that I named after the boxer Tex Cobb, one of the great dogs in the Skakel past. So that's, let's see, who's this? I think that's me as a baby, yes. Look at that big head. I do have a big head. There's no doubt about that. So that should conclude the Skakel tour for now. Hit the like and subscribe button if you can. Oh, Lois is up. Lois, we do have movement. Look at the baby. She's tired, though. She'll put her head down in a couple seconds. Lois, say hello to the fans. See, she's tired. I took her for about a 2-hour walk today. So, hey, let's get to 40 likes. Let's get to 40 likes before we close out the stream. So, you know, that would help the algorithm, I believe. Yeah, Lois is just straight up chilling. She's a tired old dog. Yeah, I mean, I've probably, William, had about, I would guess, maybe 40 dogs in my lifetime. So um, she's like, man, I know you're talking about me, but I'm going to go to sleep. Well, she is 15, so a 2-hour walk for her was probably a bit too much. But Lois is a fucking soldier. There's a couple. There's a Roddy Piper doll, another Roddy Piper doll, a Sting. Here's a statue my mom gave me, and you could see it says Earl and Mom, and that's about the relationship my mom and I had. And then we got a Sunny doll and Happier Times, and a Ric Flair doll. Yeah, Lois can for 15 years old. I gotta be completely honest with you, kids. She can still walk like nobody's business. Trust me on that one. So there we go. Let's get a new angle here before we end the stream. So thank you guys. Maybe I'll do some last minute rolling here. Wait, what's happening? Oh, is it Ash Wednesday? Is that the deal? Do you still want to see some roast battle pictures? I think I burned most of those, to be honest with you, Chicken Man. The Chicken Man's trolling me, man. Out of control. Out of control. Lois can still go. I mean, we took a 2-hour walk today. She was fucking awesome. A lot of those girls were hot. Sunny, Francine. Let me, Chicken Man, because you're a loyal soldier. Let me pull up some roast battle pictures for you, even though I think you were kidding. Let's see. I have. Let's get to the picture section. Let's get to some albums. Here, this is just for the Chicken Man, because the Chicken Man wants, the Chicken Man gets. Here we go. This is for you, Chicken Man. There's a picture of me at the haters table with the great Tom Goss and Omid Singh. Now, I don't know what's coming, so it's me and the great Sarah Tiana and Pat Barker. Love me some Sarah Tiana. Here's when I made one of my many returns to the show. Let's put this a little bit farther back. Yes, that's when I battled the great Joe Dosh. This was the battle that sold the show to Comedy Central. This battle was so good that Comedy Central decided to make a go of it. So there you go. Look how I was repaid. Here we go. Me as the Ultimate Warrior. So do I, Kip. Whoa. Look at that. I don't know who this is. It's great. Anthony Hinchcliffe. Great Moshe Kasher. Dan, that is a nice ass, to be honest with you. To be frank, that is a nice ass. Another shot of me as the Ultimate. That is, 100%. I mean, all right, there's me running into the... fuck yeah. And that ain't no sock down there. And the great, legendary, old school piano player, Jeff Scott. I know that is 100%, Ross, 100%. Yeah, I know Peter Chicken Man Brennan. Rest in peace, Jeff Scott. Same picture. Sorry, some of these are duplicates. There's me. I mean, I kind of am a good-looking guy, to be honest with you. Oh my God, Rosebud. Oh my, sorry about. There we go. To be the man, you have to beat the man, and I'm the man. Fuck yeah. There's my first battle in Montreal was against the great legend of Tom Ballard. Some shit. There we are on TV. Fuck yeah. All oiled up. Oh, is that a hint? Are you in that picture? There we go, on television. There we go, against my great friend Sarah Tiana. There we have Brian Moses and Moses' parents. With the champion, Mike Lawrence. My good friend Christy Cielo. Yes. This is only for the chicken man. Only for the chicken man. Only. There I am on national TV. My good friend Sarah Tiana. Me giving Jamar Neighbors the tombstone. That's coming, chicken man. That's coming, chicken man. This is when I battled Bolivia Space at LA Riot. I mean, there were some good memories. My second battle on television against the great Tom Ballard. This is from my first roast battle against Jesse Joyce. I think we all know who that is. Just a random shot. Me and my battle against Jimmy Carr. There we go, chicken man. Fuck yeah. Me against the current Canadian champ, K. Trevor Wilson. I beat him. This is the man who beat Jimmy Carr in the first season. I beat him. All right, that's when we were doing kind of a rip-off of NWO. Fuck yeah. Yikes. Maybe the last time you'll ever see this face on this network. But I'm okay with that. Fuck yeah. Roast Battle 2, when I was brought in to watch a battle from two people I beat. It's me hugging a black guy. Fuck yeah. The guy who replaced me, where is he these days? No, thank you, Tony Click-Clack. And here we have the great Tal Wilkenfeld, Corey Holcomb, Willie Hunter, myself, and Candace Thompson, and I think that's Nicole Amy Schreiber. Hey, look how good Jeff looks there. Yikes. I really was in good shape back then. Yeah. Corey was cool to me. I think he hit a woman a couple months ago at the Improv, so I don't know. Comedy Central, we're alive and well. Where are we? No Leslie Jones, David Taylor picks. Let's see, that's me and Robin Tran. There's me right before I walked on stage to battle Robin Tran in a dress. That dress was one of Chandler's 90s. Hello. Here's when I interrupted my good friend Alice Hamilton's uh, battle to shit on Jeremy Piven. Here's Jay Light gave his life to roast battle, and what happened? There we go. There we go. Beat the #1 comic in the world. And what good did it do me? Earl, you're a rude trust fund baby who says terrible things. You're like Donald Trump, except I know you fucked a teenager. Well, he got me there. He got me there. But my girl was of age, though. Of age. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. And here's me and Dennis Rodman. No, I don't think I could run for LA mayor. Too many skeletons. Me and the great Tom Ballard. If you're ever in Australia, go see Tom Ballard. Here we are again. I love me some Tom Ballard. Roast battle every Tuesday night. Yeah, I don't think so. This is when I was at Clusterfest. Hey, there, look, roast battle starts Thursday. You'll never see this face with that logo again. And there we go. That's after I beat the #1 comic in the world and never saw the TV show again. That makes a lot of sense. No Hedberg stories. And that's it. Peter Chicken Man Brennan. I hope. Let's see if there's any other picture slides I could show you. Let me see. Some rare pictures of me and Annie. This message over. I cannot, Connie Lingus. Annie just trolling in the bushes. Now there we go. As you can see, I'm not really allowed to like the dead Kennedys. Now let's see. I've got to. Let me see what other pictures can I show you? Let me see here. August 19th. There we go. This. Let's go this. Yes, Annie Leatherman. Hello, this is old school Earl when I was opening up for Rob Schneider. I don't know if I'll grow my beard again. I don't know. It gets very itchy, and that's my mom. It's my mom. Look at that fucking hair, man. She was a stallion. And that's me if they made Predator in anime. Let's see here. What other... it's picture time with Earl. Of course, I've got to screen some of the photos for, most of these are roast battle photos. Let's see, I'm just checking to make sure certain people aren't in them. Let's see here. No mugshots. I'm straight edge. Let's, all right, last one. This is the last one. It's the great Sean Pulaski. I love Sean. Very funny comic. There's me walking the red carpet at the Comedy Store 50th anniversary. Stage at the Comedy Store. And the time Lois was barking so loud in the green room, I had to bring her on stage. Look at Lois. She's just chilling right there. She'd just be chilling right there. Let me see here. I like the way I look here. That's just good fashion sense. Let me see if I have any pictures from Texas. Hmm. Well, here's a good picture of me and Roddy Piper. No, we didn't take pictures. You'd think we would have taken pictures back then. It's picture time with Earl. This is picture time with Earl. It's me looking like Johnny Cash, baby. And then it's me. Yes, I am. Now here's me, John Varvatos, and Emily, the booker from the Comedy Store. There's me again. Daddy Man. Me and my Kenny Omega shirts. I do pay taxes. All right, that's enough of picture time with Earl. I think you guys get the deal. I hope you guys have enjoyed story time with Earl Skakel. How are you still single? Yeah, good question. Someone tried to set me up last night with a friend. I'm like, I can't do it. Just can't do it. Let's go into my ex-girlfriend folder. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be creepy as fuck if I actually had one. But yeah, I don't know why I'm still single. I think I don't know, to be honest with you. Um, I couldn't tell you, Lisa. I couldn't tell you. Um, I do treat women too good. It literally, I think after a while I get almost boring to women. Like, oh, he pays for everything. He gets the door. He flies my parents out here to surprise me. I want a guy. I want to go back to the guy who treated me like shit. I'm really not picky because I don't have a type. It's not like I need blonde and big boobs. I mean, I think you're kind of new to the stream, Lisa. I think that, if you knew my last couple serious girlfriends, I'm not talking flings or booty calls, but like my last, say, 3 or 4 serious girlfriends, they all look different, incredibly different. Lois's mom, she kind of looks like Pink, with longer hair. And it's funny because they're both in the same hometown of Doylestown, PA. And then the girlfriend after Gail's mom, she looked like a younger Julia Roberts, like exactly Julia Roberts. Um, and then the girlfriend after that was kind of a chunkier Amy Schumer. And then the girlfriend you guys probably most know, Chandler, I'd say she kind of looked like a longer haired Miley Cyrus type. Um, and then, Snake Eyes. And then, I dated a buxom blonde after that. So, no, if you lined up those 5, you would not say the same guy dated all 5. So I don't know. I mean, I definitely look at, if we stayed in this condo, I mean, the problem is I don't know where I would put anything. So she's like, hey, can we put up something here instead of that Jack Lambert picture? I don't know where we would put the Jack Lambert picture. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to, I mean, if it was like, when Chandler lived here, she wanted to paint the kitchen, I let her. Or she never did it, but like I was just like, go ahead, paint it. So yeah, Connie Lingo's always with the hot take. We'll go another 4 minutes so I could say I did a 2-hour stream for you guys tonight. I hit the goal of, 2 hours ago, I said, I want to make $8.34. And son of a bitch, we did it, guys. We did it. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your time. On the way out, let's hit the like and subscribe button. Uh, but didn't you break it off with two because I mean, it just naturally ended that way, to be honest with you, in terms of, when I was dating Anne, who was the Asian girl I dated in the 90s, my parents died 2 months apart. I mean, Anne, I still talk to. Like, we get along very well. She's married, has kids, great job, but, we'll be bonded forever. Because I will say this about Anne. Both times when my parents died, literally, this was in Miami. Anne, who lived in LA, obviously, that's where I lived, was in Miami the next day. Both times. So I will forever be loyal to her for that. And then, I still talk to Whitney, and then the other two, not so much. But I tried in both cases. So, and I didn't really think I needed to try, you know. But what are you going to do? What about? I never. Well, listen, Chicken Man, I cannot lie to you. I kissed Jill Allen once, and it was disgusting. Her breath smelled awful. And then she started hitting me up for money, and I had to block her. Hey, let's get to 50 likes, man. I've really bled my soul for you guys tonight. I don't think that's asking too much. But this was a fun stream tonight. Every now and then it's good to have a stream where you. I really did what, Lisa? Sorry, I sometimes I need you people to spell it out what you're meaning in the stream. I'm not book smart, so you got to really spell it out for me. You did. This was a great podcast. Yeah, I mean, I probably should have recorded this and done a podcast. Well, I mean, in my opinion, I did. Of course, when you talk about ex-girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever, I do believe in the saying, there's my side, her side, and then the truth. Black and blue, $1.99, baby. You know what that gets. I think you do. There's my side, her side, and then the truth. So I'm sure that, say, the last two would not agree with my assessment, but I'm a pretty straight shooter at my age. I don't really, campaign for people to take my side or the other person's side. So, I mean, Mr. Pallet, that's so unfunny. I can't show that. You got to be funny if you want me to show your troll. Lois is up. We have a Lois sighting. Oh, she could drink her water right now. Yes, she knows. Mr. Pollard, you're 0 for 2. You got one more shot, or I'm gonna put you in timeout for 24 hours, man. I'm sorry, man. Or maybe Lois doesn't have any water to drink. She's got very little. Let me get you some water, Lois. I mean, she got a little bit, but... There we go. But Lois wants these. Watch how fast she takes this shit. Boo, I don't, are you related to Pollard? Jesus, man. I can barely get my own channel working. You think I'm going to start one with Lois? Hey. Jason Glick in the house. Okay, while we're here, let me put Lois's leash on. We'll do a little nighttime walk and talk. Because I know she has to go to the OUT, if you know what I'm saying. And sometimes the numbers get better when I go outside. Okay. Yeah, she gotta go to the bathroom, man. I know when she walks this fast, it's on. Okay, she got pee-pee now, so we don't show that. Good night, Connie Lingus. Thank you as always for the support. We'll talk a few more minutes. Yes, I mean, Lois, I'm guessing, is 15. That's the Soho House building up there. A lot of high-end shenanigans happen there. No, she already peed on the cement. This is a pretty famous hotel, the Le Petit Hermitage. All right, Lois likes to do her business on this area. But this is a very nice hotel, and a lot of celebrities stay here because it's kind of under the radar. Like, there's not a lot of paparazzi that hang out here. You know, it's a kind of a quiet area of West Hollywood. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. You know, if you're married, you can bring your mistresses or prostitutes here. And seeing you come in and out with someone who isn't your wife. Whoa, see, Lois. Now watch this. I don't usually do this. Lois, come here. Watch how fucking fast Lois is. And make sure there's no cars around. Hold on. Come. Watch how fast Lois is. Come here, Lois. Take the leash off. Okay, let's go. And she knows right where to go. Yep. Lois might be the fastest 15-year-old dog on the planet. It's a nice night, actually. Of course, Lois coughs a little bit when she sprints like that. Lois, watch how fast she goes to the door. She does run. Now let me give her, there's a baby Earl in his first sports car, baby Earl. Let me give her a little bit of food. Her food bowl be empty. Sorry. Put a little chicken in there. Then we do a little bit of flavor enhancer. Stella and Chewy's with snack and bacon recipe. And she be chillin'. All right. Let's get back to some business here. We'll wrap it up. Yes, she does absolutely sound like a smoker. But no smoking in this household. Trust me on that one. Let's just take care of some business real fast. I appreciate you guys. It's been a semi-long stream tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Went by very fast, actually. You know, and it's a shade over 2 hours. Now, the great Anthony Cumia says, do a 2-hour stream, no longer. So I went we'll go 1 more minute. And then we will do a stream tomorrow night. And hit the like and subscribe button on your way out, pretty please. It, as you know, helps me with the algorithm. Thanks for all the tippers tonight. I appreciate it very much. We are a small but mighty fan base. But I appreciate you all, nonetheless. This has been Earl Ramped. I don't know what the hearts do, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm assuming YouTube sees it as any activity, but I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Earl Skakel, over and out.